How you do anything is how you do everything. And because everything you do starts with you, the way you treat your own body is an indicator to the world how you will treat other people and other things. There is a direct correlation between the effort you apply to your physical condition being the same effort you will give to the rest of the external world, most notably your relationships and your work. So go take a look in the mirror and ask yourself what you think about who you see staring back at you. Buckle up for this one, because if you think my last few videos have been a gut punch, this one's definitely going to sting a little. It's very easy to look around the world, not just in the United States, to see how people, men specifically, are choosing to live, which is mostly in a place of scarcity based in fear, ego, and complacency. There is a degradation of our competence, our condition, and our connections, and it shows in areas like personal accountability, respect, hygiene, communication, mental and physical health, and just overall vitality. No one trusts each other because no one's actions actually match their words, and the first and best indicator of a man's intention to be who you say you are shows in your physical condition. I started this video with a call to action, which I'm sure most of you did not do. So I'll reinforce it right now because I think this exercise is critical to give you some perspective for the rest of what I have to say here. Most people watch these videos on mobile devices, so take your phone with you and march yourself to the bathroom or the bedroom right now while this video is playing and accept the task. If you're not on a mobile device, listen to this section of the video, hit pause, go take the action, then come back for the rest of the video. For context, I do this exercise daily. Yes, every single day. And I've led other men through this as part of a larger exercise when they work with me as a mentor, and it gets them on the road to the results they say they're looking for. Go to the mirror, alone, stand still, and look at yourself. Don't look away. Have some patience. Tame your weak TikTok brain and be present in the real world for more than 7 seconds. Stand there with the person looking back at you. Look specifically at your body. Now ask yourself a few questions. Do I trust the man I see with what I value, such as your time, your money, your family, your personal thoughts and feelings? Do I respect the man I see? Now look at yourself dead in the eyes. Are you able to do it without looking away in shame? Last question while you stare yourself down. Do you like the man you see? In my experience, a lot of people won't be honest with themselves the first time they do this, and that's okay. I wasn't. So it's why I started doing it every fucking day until I could be. Like I said, this is a larger and more complex exercise with other moving parts, so let's leave it right here in order to focus on the topic at hand. I'll briefly get ahead of the responses that I'm used to getting because your excuses are bullshit. I don't want to hear about your genetics, your injuries, your medical conditions. Oh, I have a thyroid condition, or I inherited this, or I have a slipped disc. Just fucking stop. If you want to hide behind all of that kind of stuff, this is not the channel for you, and I won't be in the comments to help you build upon your existing victim complex. Whoever is feeding you these lies should be beaten with a big stick. You are in the condition you are in because you chose to be. Period. And if you're fine with it, then best of luck. It's your body, it's your life. But don't complain when you can't convince other people to give you their money, their time, their trust, or their respect. Just accept it and rot away. I've trained people in wheelchairs with limited or no use of their lower body who are in better shape than most people I see. Hell, I even took on a middle-aged woman with active MS symptoms as a client once who trained harder in the gym than most men I've seen. A woman with an incurable disease put her fucking excuses aside and outworked every other healthy man in the gym in every session we had. And I don't mean she was on an elliptical or a cable machine. She was slinging kettlebells, battle ropes, sledgehammers, sparring in combatives. So what's your excuse again? Okay, now that we've addressed your bullshit, let's move on to the message you're sending. Keeping in mind, this is just my closely held belief, as well as those who I associate with and sometimes consume online content from. My personal stance is that I will look at your physical condition as an indicator of your discipline and how you will apply that to whatever potential interaction or transaction we might have. That will determine my level of resources I'm willing to give you. What you studied at an indoctrination camp, you might call it university, what certifications or job title you have, what car you drive or how you dress, how many followers online or clients you have, what invisible sky wizard you outsource your salvation to, none of that will be the main deciding factor about my decision to have either a personal or business relationship with you. That may come into play after, but your physical condition is the main indicator. Here's why. Your body is the original piece of technology given to you. If you aren't willing to take care of your body, why should someone else believe that you're willing to take care of any other aspect of your life? Let me be clear that I'm not suggesting you need to look like a bodybuilder or have a certain level of strength or vanity metrics like PRs, but most people can look at each other and clearly tell if you are at least attempting to take care of yourself. For example, you might not appear obese, but if I see you eating or drinking fast food and sugary drinks and sucking on a vape, while those are your choices, it's my choice not to respect that and not give someone like that anything I deem high value. You are sending a message that you don't respect yourself and that you are willing to consume things that cloud your thinking, your judgment, your focus, your reaction time, your energy levels, your level of effort, etc. And if you're willing to do that to yourself, then you're willing to do that to anyone and anything else. Your work product will be shit, and your level of interpersonal connections will be shit. If someone else is comfortable with that, just keep in mind that you are merely the average of the people you spend the most time with. If you want to be an ain't shit with a bunch of ain't shits, again, your choice. Just don't be surprised when other men with virtue, boundaries, and standards don't give you any of their time, money, or respect. I'll close with a recap of a conversation I had with another man recently. We were talking about a similar topic, and he was telling me all the things he had tried to do and was going to do, yet, to his own admission, he had not actually done any of these things and wasn't taking any action to start. It was all theoretical talk. So I challenged him to show and tell. You remember show and tell in school, right? A kid would bring in a toy or something aesthetically pleasing and show the class while he told all about it. But let's be honest and think back for a moment here. Did you really listen to a fucking word that kid said? Or were you just in awe of what they were holding up in front of you? More than likely, because of our consumer hive mind society, you were thinking of how you could get one, or convince your parents to buy you one, or even if that kid would let you use his later at recess. What he told you did not matter in that moment, but what he was showing you had the impact. Right or wrong, it's just how our brains work as the special needs apes that we are. My advice for you, if you're trying to make a change, if you're tired of being surrounded by a bunch of ain't shits, if you look in the mirror and don't like who you see, is go back to the show and tell mindset. Don't talk about it, show about it. Put your head down and start doing the hard work. Show the world how much you respect yourself and the effort you're putting in to be of value and to be of virtue. And your message will outshine that previous version of yourself, and your experience in this life will change for the better. If you have value to offer on this idea, even if it differs from my philosophy, please articulate it in the comments below. I enjoy critical thinkers who want to add to the conversation. If you know someone who needs to hear this message, please hit the share button and send it to them. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider hitting the subscribe button now so they show up in your feed. Thank you for watching.